A pyramid. And why would we do stuff like that? I don't know. Maybe because our universities do it? So this is Harvard University. You pick the college or the university of your choice, but you got presidents. You also got, deans. You got grad students. Are there more students than deans? Okay. And what about our government? You got a president, vice president, Congress, Senate, state government, local government. And then what do you got at the bottom? Taxpayers. Now, how many people think that the guys in the middle make decisions for us? See, it was amazing. I just seen a cartoon just recently, and it showed a lady sitting in front of a banker. And the banker looked at her and she said, you know what? It's amazing that the government made a decision to give you guys our money, and now you got to make a decision whether or not you're going to give it back to me with interest. I mean, how many people do believe that the government's going to take care of you? No. How many people think that, you need personal responsibility? You need to find a thing. You got to say, if it's to be, it's up to me. And so when I read Think and Grow Rich, it came up with this concept that if other people can go out there and start at the top, why can't we? And how many people, again, has heard of these pyramid things? Believe it or not, in the year, 2009, I still have people that come up to me with Google. Can you believe how many people in this room know that you can learn anything from Google? I mean, the law library for every state's on there. Congress, law libraries on there. Everything's on there. And there's still people in 2009 that are watching this. They come up to me in meetings and they go, is this one of those illegal pyramids? So I don't know how to react to them, so I think that they're playing a game with me, so I just look at them and go, are you retarded? Because I think they're playing a game with me. How many people realize if someone asks a stupid question, they deserve a stupid answer? I mean, a legal pyramid? Are you serious? We're 14 years old. We do $70 million a month. We're in 60 countries. How many people have heard of Citicorp? Citicorp is the first $1 trillion corporation on the planet. General Electric, another top 5 company. Then you got General Motors, Ford, and Chrysler. Do you know last year, if you took all those companies combined, Avon did more than they did. Avon did over $10 billion last year. So for some of you that have got more degrees than thermostats, and you're smarter than me, then if you're smarter than me, you should be helping more people than me, and you should have more money in the bank than me. Because if you're intelligent and you're not using it, that's stupid. Okay? So the whole point, very simply, is think about this. People find me all the time, they're looking at me and they go, how'd you make so much money? And I said, you ever heard of those pyramid things? And they go, yeah. I said, you ever hear the guy at the top makes all the money? And they go, yeah. I go, I'm that guy. Now, here's the important point. You can be that guy. You can be that person. Because according to Think and Grow Rich, all you got to do is start at the top. And now I'm reading through this book, broke. I was so broke I couldn't pay attention. Some of you will get that on the way home. I know you will. Okay? And I'm reading this book, and how would you like to read this book? Cast on your leg, getting kicked out of your apartment, looking for your car to be repossessed. And I read this book, and it says another key secret to Think and Grow Rich is OPE. Other people's efforts, other people's energies. How many people in this room know a person that's very wealthy? Do they have other people working for them? Yes. Just a clue. Small one, but just a clue. How many people in this room have a job? How many people watching this have a job? Do you have co-workers? Another clue. There's someone that's got a lot of people working for them. So I'm reading in this book, and the book says it's easy to be successful. It's easy. Why? No one else is trying. No one else is trying. And second reason is very simple. Is you got to understand that you got to learn something that makes you money, and you got to teach other people how to do that. Now think about this. If you got to learn to be successful, why not learn from someone that's successful? I mean, when I read this book, ladies and gentlemen, do you realize how simple and basic becoming wealthy is? Do you know how simple and basic being happy is? Don't do the complicated things, do the little things. So I'm reading in this book and it says, all I got to do is learn something that makes a lot of money and teach other people how to do it. And I thought, you know what? I'm on workman's comp making $900 a month. I might as well try this. And I did. And I went out and learned how to do it from someone that made over $60,000 a month. And I started teaching people. And believe it or not, now I have these little dots that you see. I now have 430,000 people that are responsible for my income. Okay? Now, listen to this. What if just last month, all of my 430,000 lazy friends and family only did 1 hour of work the entire month? Then I got paid on 430,000 hours of work. How many hours did you get paid on? See, you got to learn to work smart instead of hard. And J. Paul Getty said it best. I don't know how many people are from California, but you go from 405, from downtown Hollywood into the San Fernando Valley. And as you're driving, there's this beautiful museum sitting on the hill, and it's called J. Paul Getty Museum. Now, when you got a museum, you did okay. When you have to get off on J. Paul Getty Drive to get to it, you did better. And J. Paul Getty said again, he's the one that said these statements. He said it's easy to become successful, one, because no one else is doing it. And second, I'd rather make 1% off 100 people's efforts instead of doing 100% of my own. This gives you the third key principle, which is leverage. Leverage, residual income. The other thing he says that you're going to see me tie into this is you got to find a product that has these 5 key things. If you find a product that hits it, it's perfect timing. Ladies and gentlemen, please listen to me on this because it's important. Someone's been lying to you. Talent is more important. Skill is more important. Education is more important. That's what we've been taught. Really, honestly, timing erases all 3 of those. If you got timing in perfect place at the perfect time, timing erases talent, skill, and knowledge. Just like that. You want proof? Has anyone ever seen pictures or a video of someone that won the lottery? How many people, honestly, you're looking at it and going, are you kidding me? How about that clearing publisher house where they walk up, those people knocking on the door with bathrobes? Millions of dollars. Is there anyone in this room other than me or on camera that went, you got to be kidding me? What did they do different that you didn't? They bought a ticket. They bought a ticket. They registered. While all the rest of the skeptical people in this room and watching this video says it'll never happen. You say it'll never happen, but everyone's dream to winning the lottery, you just don't play.